Welcome to the Business Renovator for another day. I'm really looking forward to sharing some insights from my buddy Brian Monahan and his book called Customer Delight 365. So on today's page, I've got a positive attitude may not solve all of your problems, but it will annoy enough people to make it worth the effort. Herm Albright. Brian suggests that my favorite people to annoy with this technique are my competitors. It's really hard for your competitors to win business from your delighted customer. In fact, it's so hard your competitors will give up and want to join your team. Be the team that your competitors want to join. Delight is attractive. While a positive attitude may not solve all of your problems or my problems, but I tell you, having a positive outcome mindset, solution-oriented, is a better place to be than the opposite side. So what I was attempting to do today was to share my screen, and I was having some technical difficulties, but having a positive outlook on life, we push on. I was a few minutes late getting started, but as the cliche goes, better late than never. So being part of the Brian Tracy family and Focal Point, one of the things we would do is work on mindset with our salespeople, marketing people, clients, friends, and salespeople, business owners, entrepreneurs. It's a little easier to run your life, run your business if you have a positive expectation. It doesn't mean you're Pollyannic and everything is wonderful. It doesn't mean that we never have a valley to settle in once in a while, and it doesn't mean it's not easy, but choosing to have a positive outlook is a much better space to be than the flip side of that. So today's heading is about thoughts, and if you know what you want and why you want it. So I want to push on, and I'm going to try my drawing skills in a different way. Many years ago, or just a few decades ago, I was introduced to this concept. And what I'm going to attempt to do is draw a circle. Watch this. Here we go. Now I'm off camera. I'm sorry about that. I guess I have to pick a color. Thought we had black picked. Okay, should go good now. Let's draw circle. Okay, technical difficulties. Actually, I'm very impressed with my ability to draw somewhat of a circle with a mouse. Have you ever tried drawing with a mouse? Here goes a. All right, here we go. Now, this will make sense eventually. So these are like antennas, and they're for the five senses we have: sight, touch, smell, sound, etc. And from the time, some would say from the time we're conceived, others would say from the time we're born. Whichever philosophy you buy into, totally okay with me. Our antennae are collecting information and data and sending it from the antenna into our conscious mind, into our subconscious mind. Whoop, let me try that one again. That one didn't go as planned. But look at that, we can fix it. Let's get rid of the eraser because we don't want to erase anymore. We want to draw. Well, this isn't going quite as well as I'd hoped. So if you can imagine when my eraser is going around here, no, I just can't get rid of the eraser. So in the top part of this circle is the conscious mind. Under the horizontal line is the subconscious mind, which is our mind, representing our mind. And in the bottom part here, the one that looks like a bit of a golf ball, out of more of an egg, but it's supposed to be a golf ball, that is our body. And so everything that comes into our being goes down into the subconscious mind and becomes part of our self-concept, self-image, who we see ourselves as. And then it shows up in our physical side. And if I was able to draw on the right-hand side here, I would put in an R for results. I'm just going to try this one more time. Hang on, guys. Let me pause. For a minute, and we'll restart the Etch-a-Sketch. Well, I've totally lost the whiteboard now, so it's unfortunate. Anyway, what I was getting at is, if you imagine you've got this basketball shape, and it's divided with a horizontal line from left to right, midpoint of the basketball, and below that is a golf ball, and they're attached. At the top of the basketball are 5 antennae, which is really our 5 senses, where everything comes in. It's processed through our mind and into our body, and through our body is the results. So if you're not happy with what you've got going on in your life today, change the way you're thinking. And it's not easy to do, because we're conditioned by our habitual thinking, which is in our subconscious mind, to be who we is, or who we habitually think we are, automatically, without actually consciously thinking about it. In order for change to happen, it has to happen from the inside out. And I had a really cool quote that I got in doing some studying on the weekend. It reminded me of this, and it says, "Thinking from the end is the beginning of all miracles." Stephen Covey said, "Start with the end in mind." Others have said something similar, but the idea is to see yourself at your future best. And what I was attempting to do with my drawing skills with my device was to give you a way to imagine what that would be, and how that would look, and how you could shift through the process of changing your thoughts, changing your body, and changing your results. Is it easy? No, it's not. Is it simple? Very simple. But because of our habitual thinking, we get stuck into patterns that we have. So we need to consciously make an effort and a decision, and that's why it's important to have goals for yourself. It's kind of like going off on a course via a ship, or perhaps a plane, and you get in the plane or the ship, boat, and you just head somewhere with nowhere specific in mind. And it's easy to get distracted along the way. So what we would encourage you to do is to set a major definite purpose, a big, hairy, audacious goal, or a goal that scares the crap out of you, but also excites you about the same amount of time. So about 50% of the time. Because when you get into that state of mind, when you really know what you want and why you want it, what ends up happening is you'll get intuitive thoughts and ideas, and you'll learn things along the way that will turn you into the person you're trying to be, or who you decided that your goal was Yeah, deciding what the outcome would be that you would want to grow into. And one of the easiest ways to do that is by setting a goal, understanding how our mind works and how it impacts everything we do, and know that it's not easy, but it is simple. And I really apologize for not being able to get my technology to work the way it had previously. So I have some homework to do on the technology side. I do have a few people who've popped in here. Let's just see who's here. Well, look at there. There's Randy. Good morning, Randy. This guy is a road warrior friend of mine, and his family's expanding. His granddaughter, I believe it was, had a grandbaby. So now he's a great granddad or grandpapa. Congratulations to you, Randy. That's gotta feel wonderful. Thank you, Joe. I needed that. Yes, my art is less powerful than my message. And if I had been able to get my iPad working with my pencil, it would have went stellar, but I was struggling to get that done. But like it said in Brian's book, having a positive attitude is a better thing to do. So we pushed on, and here we are. And I get to laugh because my buddy Joe pointed out my art's not very good, but the message is. So that's cool. If you're looking for the proper, maybe I could do this really quickly. While I'm doing this really quickly, I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to go see if I can find what I was trying to draw, because they are on the internet. Almost everything you want is available via the internet. An introduction to somebody. Hang on as I type. I can't not. Here we go. Watch this. Here we go. I'm going to get there really quickly. I don't know how well this will show up, but let's have a peek. If I can get this image to be bigger, I'll share the screen on this particular one. And then you'll get an idea of what I was trying to draw. Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up. It's almost here. The browser's struggling to wake up. Let me see if I can get this one to open up. This is somebody's post in Pinterest. How do I make that larger? Okay, I'm going to share the screen. Sharing the screen. Here we go. So you can see the stick person who's not very big, because I can't figure out how to focus on just this one. See what happens if I do this. No. Anyway, oh no, I've lost my browser. I got it back. Here we go. So the gentleman in the white hat and the white shirt is Dr. Thurman Fleet. He was the creator of this idea to be able to teach people how our mind works, to give you a representation of how powerful our mind is in relationship to everything else. So like I was saying before, the top of the circle, big basketball size, is conscious mind, self-conscious mind, subconscious mind. And above that are 5 antennae. So that's all of the sensory information that's coming in, comes through the conscious mind, which is your intellect. And then the subconscious mind is where all your memories are, your habits. When we learn how to drive, we do it automatically without thinking. Same as writing or riding a bicycle. And it's expressed on the outside via our body. And over here, you can't hardly see it, but it says results. So one of the things that's cool about this is ABR, ask, believe, and receive. And in today's heading, I said, if you know what you want and why you want it, you can have just about anything. And this is another way to look at that same kind of premise. And what I would encourage and challenge you all to do is to set a big, hairy, audacious goal, a major, definite purpose, something that really means the world to you. And something you don't know how to do yet, something you need to learn some things, something you need to develop some skills in order to get there. And when people ask you how you're going to do it and you say, I don't know, the key is to imagine it and vision it. I was listening to some things on the weekend, and they said visioneering, which reminded me in the 90s, I was introduced to a process called Imagineering. But essentially, it's putting all of our focus and energy into thinking about our major definite purpose, our big goal. And you can do that with pictures of the outcome you have in mind. If it's real estate, it could be a house, a property. If it's a car, what's the vehicle? If it's an income, how much is it? What would you do with all this stuff? What are the services you provide to get that sort of thing? And focus in on it. And yeah, it's a lot of work, but you could settle for the life you have, or you can challenge yourself and go after the life that you would prefer. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you guys today. Wow, is that ever big? I've never seen it that big. The screen is massive. I'm having all sorts of learning experiences today. There we go. If you like the information you got from here, even though we had some technology issues, share this out with your friends. This gets pushed out to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you have a question for me, or if you would like to be a guest, reach out to me. And my information is right above here, phil@coachphil.ca. And Joe, you're very welcome. Thanks for popping in, and thanks for making me laugh. I mean, here's why you made me laugh. Your message is more powerful than your art. Absolutely, totally was. I totally agree with that. One of my favorite other things that I've come across this year is this. As you leave here today and the rest of the week and rest of the month and the rest of the next year and maybe all your life, why not expect success? So say yes to success. If you've ever done improv or watched improv, one of the things that they do to be a good improv show is to say yes to the opportunity. There's more humor and more life and more vulnerability. And in that process, you end up becoming more. And it may not always be comfortable, but when you get on the other side of it, you look back and be thankful that you had that experience, because you become somebody different because of it. I'm somebody different because of technology today. I will go find out what went wrong and get it sorted out, because I know it does work, but I must not have lined the pieces up together. Not a problem. I expect it to work for next time. Until then, be safe and take a risk.